Alright, hello everyone, Internet Tomato here again. Well, so, last we left off, I was saying I have no idea what to do. Then I went over here, and I noticed I can interact with the dreaming. It's a shame it doesn't, tell me to go here. I was just meandering around, eventually I came across this. I had noticed this before, but I don't think I was able to interact with it before. I could be wrong. But anyways, this is the dreaming. And I was told to go in here and either convince them to go to the moot or to wake them up or something like that. I don't quite remember. You will see. All right.
It gladdens Skull to see you here, for it means we draw ever closer to Sonder. Behold the dreaming, our true home. Walker in the weirdness. As I greeted you in the waking world, so do I welcome you once more.
Okay. So, you spoke of something called Sonder. What's that?
When your arrival ended the vigil, the dreaming began. The final phase of our dreaming is Sonder. Sonder is the moment when we shall become one with Mother's dream, forever entwined. Sonder is also a place deep within the lowest layers of the dreaming. There at last we will be safe, far from the world ensnared by the weirdness.
Okay, why do you call this place your true home?
The world that withers is no home to us. It is a fleeting mirage where nothing holds, nothing remains. There all crumbles, without meaning, without end. But the dreaming is eternal, and it has a purpose. The deepest of all layers, Sonder.
What's my role?
Ingvi believes you may unravel the burdens that weigh upon some of the Theud. Without freeing them from these burdens, they cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us must drift into ever deeper dreaming, until at last we reach Sonder.
Okay. Okay, what of Ingvi? She's not here among you.
Ingvi's burden is to guard the village of Theud, to safeguard Mother, and to ensure that all members of the Theud tribe journey towards Sonder. She awaits the right sign. When it comes, only then will she choose her fate.
Right, what exactly are these burdens?
Life, unfulfilled duties, feelings that tether the soul, keeping it from sinking into the dreaming's embrace. Each of us carries burdens. Once, we of Theud would end our vigil and return to wakefulness, striving to cast off these burdens through life itself. But your arrival ended the vigil. It began the dreaming, and Theud may no longer wake, not unless such is Mother's will.
Okay. The audio is a little strange. Well. So we have to convince these people to continue on.
You! Don't just stand there. Help me find Vilken. I know that filthy swine is hiding somewhere around here. We have to find him.
He's an actual swine? Who is he?
A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they didn't belong. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I had the chance. But he fled. And now he's entered the vigil, and I will not let him go any further. If he dares try to harm her again, I swear...
Who did he harm?
Senya! I swore to protect her, but I failed. I chased Vilken from her bedside, then from the tribe. But he still managed to worm his way into the vigil. I need to find him. As long as he's out there, Senya will never be safe, and I will never be able to join her in Sonder.
What a name, Vilken. How do you know him?
Because I saw him. I tried to give chase, but he's surprisingly good at slipping away in this place. He cannot be allowed into Sonder. There is no place for the likes of him among the dreaming. His very presence would be like poison.
Alright, well, I will find him for you.
Good. I'll wait for you here. Bring me his head so I can finally dream in peace.
Great. Easy prey. Do I even talk to him or do I just slaughter him? I don't know. There's somebody over here. Hey, there's a lot of people to talk to.
Walker, in the weirdness. You're here. Finally. You have to listen to me.
Alright, that's why I'm here. What troubles you?
I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since the dream began, I can't leave this place. She must hear this before it's too late.
If I help you, will you enter Sonder?
That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. No one can go there. Especially not Yngvi. Please, I'm begging you. You have to help us.
Sonder is a trap?
The Giant Mother, the one we believe to be Mather, wants us to become her children, to surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was Mather? Our Mother Goddess was a warrior. She gave us the strength to stand against adversity, to unite against those who seek to destroy the Dalriada. And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? On the other tribes who still fight? Are we to crawl under Mother's skirts while the world burns?
I thought Sonder was every Theud's purpose.
Sonder is an escape. And now, I see it clearer than ever. If we flee into Sonder instead of standing and fighting, we are no longer Dalriada. There is no honor in this. We are on the verge of losing everything. Our identity as Theud. Our very souls.
Alright, so you want me to relay your message to Yngvi, that's it?
I don't know if it'll be enough. But you have to try. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dalriada. We stand and fight. We dunny run. The Giant Mother is not Mather. She's nothing but a weak, selfish wretch who would see the Theud destroyed.
Yikes. Alright, if I refuse, you won't enter Sonder anyway, and you don't want to.
I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sonder. I'll be thrown into it whether I want it or no. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it. I will sacrifice myself for them.
Strange. And if he thinks that, like, they're all being led into a trap, wouldn't he be like, no freaking way, I'm not entering this Sonder?
Behold, Walker. This is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I.
I did kind of want to look at the giant. Wait. Isn't she supposed to be over here? I don't know. I thought that she was over here. I think that she's gone. I was gonna say kill Vilekin. What a name, huh? There you are. Who let this guy in? Somebody explain. Who would let who would let him in? Oh yeah, totally. Let's bring in this thing, the weird spirit thingy. Oh man, what morons. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was easy. Yeah, I do find that kind of strange. That Rune is like, oh yeah, we're all being led into a trap, but he's like, oh yeah, totally. Like, if people want to be going into the trap, whatever, I'll go. It's cool with me. Is there no one else? Is that it?
The home of Thrym and Sidara. A love shattered by the waking world. Yet another sign that the waking realm is not meant for the living, but for the dead.
Well, Scold is my narrator here. Alright, so I just see one guy, the guy sitting. And then I think that's everybody. Hello.
You are the walker in the weirdness. You walk where few dare. I don't feel worthy of asking for your help.
I got nothing else to do.
I need help. Not for myself, but for those I have failed. My mate Sidara, my friend Bodil, and I went to the Giant's Barrow. We sought knowledge, a sign that we still walk toward Mother's dream. But what we found instead was ruin. Bodil, our companion, did not return. And Sidara, the White's touch took hold of her. She's no longer herself, not truly.
So what needs to be done?
Find Bodil. End his suffering.
Easy.
And Sidara. She still sleeps, but her soul cannot rest. They must be freed from this curse. Then, at last, we will have peace. We will join Mother in her sleep.
Okay, where can I find him?
Bodil's earthly vessel might still be in the White's lair. As for Sidara, she sleeps in our hut, beside me. I feel her. So close yet so distant. Please, bring back my loved ones. Free their souls. Then, maybe we can find ourselves again. Join the Mother.
Okay, so for both of them I have to leave. Oh, Giant's Barrow is key. He doesn't need any help, does he?
Greetings, walker in the weirdness. Your presence heralds the end of our vigil.
Okay, walk in the weirdness, how do you know?
Skuld sees the weirdness flowing through you. He is impressed. He offers his help and counsel. A swirl of colors surrounds your soul. It's a beautiful sight.
Alright, what vigil are we talking about?
The Theud tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in the weirdness arrives, then your time will come, my children. You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true.
So everyone's asleep except you and your chieftain.
Yes, walker in the weirdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into true sleep. May Mother's light shine upon the moment of your arrival.
Who's Mother?
Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter.
An eternal sleep sounds like death.
Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the walker in the weirdness. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the walker more, then it shall be done.
Okay. Well, even more to do. He said that she watches over us? I don't see her in the sky or anything. Because he said, like, look up or whatever. Okay, let's go back. So I need to talk to Envy. I should probably talk to her first about this being a trap before I do anything else. Who knows? Maybe she's gonna be like, you know what? This is totally a trap. What are we doing here? This is her, right? Yep. It is kind of funny that she's an elder, but she's so young. Hello.
Walker in the weirdness. You return. Welcome.
Yeah, we gotta talk. Rune wants to say something.
Ah, Runa.
Oh, Rune.
I suppose that means you simply must tell me whatever it is. Just because it is his wish. He has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. He tried everything to be chosen. One of those attempts nearly cost me my life. But among the Theud, ambition is one of the gravest sins. That is why I was chosen as chieftain. I was the only one who did not seek it.
Well, okay, Runa believes Sonder is a death trap.
Does he now? And he's only just come to this realization. Now that he's in there, and I'm stuck here. Let me guess. He wants to switch places. To take the chieftain's seat while there's still a tribe left to lead.
Runa believes that the giant's mother is not Mater, and that Sonder is a shameful escape. Runa knows that once I rid him of his burden, he will be forced into Sonder, even though he doesn't want to. Well, this is his claim, is that this is shameful, and giant mother is not Mater.
An escape? That is what I feared. I never would have thought Runa and I could be of the same mind. You're voicing my own concerns. Theud, the forefather of our tribe, was a warrior. We have never forgotten his teachings. And Mother? Who knows? Maybe we've given too much meaning to something that, in the end, is just another creature. Immortal and mystical she may be, but she still has her own goals and desires.
Okay, so what are you going to decide?
The difference between us is that I face my challenges, while Runa flees from his at all costs. Taking him at his word would be naive, but I cannot ignore what he says. I bear a great responsibility. On the one hand, there is the myth the Theud have followed for centuries. On the other, my own doubts, and the opinion of a man who's known to work against me. Tell me, Walker in the Weirdness. You do not share our burdens. What would you do in my place?
I don't want to make a decision like this. Sonder seems suspicious. You should think carefully before you follow the path. If Sonder is the Theud's dream, perhaps it's better to let go of Dalrita values. I mean, Sonder does seem suspicious. I'm a little bit confused by this because because she was saying that the Theud have been doing this for centuries, but at this point, Theud is about to be obliterated into zero people following Theud because she was saying that she's going to become nameless. So obviously that's not entirely true. Like, individuals have entered this Sonder, but it's not like the whole tribe has just poofed. So it does seem a little suspicious.
I will. You have my word. You, Walker in the Weirdness, see things in a way the Theud cannot. We've always placed our trust in intuition. And if mine tells me there may be truth in Runa's words, perhaps I should heed by it. Thank you for your involvement. My duty as chieftain is to hear the voices of my entire tribe, even those who are not respected, like Runa. You may leave me to my thoughts now.
But do I just have to return? I'm a little bit confused. So, does she have the ability to, like, get them out of the Sonder at any moment, then? Because if I go back there and I get them all to enter the Sonder and she's like, hey, maybe this is a trap. Well, hey, too late now. They're all in the deep forever sleep. I mean, I guess I'll continue these quests and go from there. Very strange indeed. Alright, let's go. So she's by his bedside. You okay?
The Vroom.
I guess I just have to kill her. Anything to steal while I'm here? Doesn't really look like it. Just a bunch of junk. Coolio. Alright, just looting the place, looking for any chests. Doesn't really look like it. It is telling me to just kill her, right? I have to kill Sidara. Alright. If you say so. It's all mine. I don't think it sells well, but oh well. Okay, one down, one to go. Okay. Alright. And it is a little bit weird for the giant mother to be Mater, which is also the All-Mother from the homelands. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. Alright. You know, I should bring in my guys. Perfect. Oh no. Oh, that's where I'm going. Ugh. What? Uh-oh. Okay, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. That's kind of dumb. Because, I don't know. I'm unable to do anything right now. Okay. I don't think that the boot-side boots actually sell well. I mean, I know that the pants don't. Where's the last one? Right here. Let's get going. Okay, so there's multiple giants here. I think on the bottom. You know, I think I mentioned it in a previous episode, but you know what would be terrifying is if there was like a sea creature. Because you can't swim very fast, so you'd just be trying to run away. Alright, just gotta get to that one over there. One bottle of alcohol. Great. Okay. Hello. Total. Nice. Alright. What does this say? Do not mourn our dead, just as in childhood we did not understand sleep, so through life we edge toward its final form. Departure is natural. Life was always a gamble. No torches, no incantations, only silence and the hum. Do not stay for what follows. Do not look at dead faces as they turn hollow in the end. Well, that's fun. There's a lot of giants here. Wonder what this place is. Very strange indeed. Alright. Oh, you know what? I should have hopped off there. It doesn't... Man, sorry if this is a little disorienting. Wait, whoops. Right here. What does this lead to? Man, we're stone ore. I'll take it. That was it. Okay. Anything else here? Doesn't appear to be. Alright. Great job, guys. Well done. Also, Quirko, moral support. Wherever Quirko is. There you are. Let's go, buddy. It is funny that Quirko gets to join me on all my adventures. Somehow he's just there. You know, it's kind of like in like shows with like, you know, teleportation or time travel type of thing. Something they always think about is like, you know, well, not always, but something I've thought about is like the clothes on the people traveling. I don't think their clothes should travel with them. It feels a little bit weird that it's just like they're like plucked from where they are, almost like, well, yeah. It does feel a little bit strange. There are times where it's like it doesn't make too much sense that their clothes transfer with them. And that's how I feel about Quirko. It doesn't make too much sense that he's joining me. It's like there's some being that's like, oh, well, since, Alaric is my character's name. Since Alaric is going into the dreaming, let's let Quirko join. So then he's shoved through the portal as well. Let's go, buddy. Alright. Well, I guess I'll tell them all.
I felt it. The weight, it is lifted. Their souls are free, and now there is only one more task to be done. You must send me to her. Wherever Sidara may be, I will follow. And I know we will be closer to Mother then.
You want me to kill you?
More than I have ever been. But listen, my body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. When the moment comes, I may fight. Not because I wish to, but because I am still bound to this place. Still outside Sonder. Do not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am gone, let the wind carry my name to Mother.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to fight you.
And yet, there is no other way. If you will not raise your blade, then I must raise mine. Not out of hate, not out of fear, but so you do not have to make the choice yourself.
So do I have to kill them
Forgive
all?
me.
Or is this just him? I wonder. Because I assume that they could just elect to enter Sonder. Oh no, that's a lot of experience.
Have you found him? Have you killed him?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, thank Mother. Senya is finally safe, and now I can see her again. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? You look like an outsider, yet you entered the dreaming.
I'm the Walker in the Weirdness.
Walker in the Weirdness. You? Oh, thank Mother. That means the vigil will soon end, and we will all be together. And I will see Senya again.
You seem to miss her a lot.
I do. I swore to watch over her in her sleep, and it has been an honor, but I miss her presence. I miss the sound of her voice. She's so still when she dreams. I wish she would smile again. Have a good sleep, I guess. Thank you, Walker in the Weirdness. Now that wretch is finally gone, I surely will.
Okay. Well, I don't need to kill her. She's just content. Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell Runa about the decision being I'll think about it even though you're all about to die.
Ingvi has proven herself a worthy chieftain. She heard my plea.
What? Wait, what?
Now everything is in Ingvi's hands. I trust she will make the right choice.
Okay. Strange. Am I done here?
For now, I have nothing else to say, Walker.
Okay. Well, they're all ready and prepped to go, Ingvi, whenever you're ready, I guess. I thought that the people in the dreaming, whatever, could elect to enter the Sonder together, but I guess she has to. Okay. Hello.
Walker in the Weirdness, you return. Welcome.
What? Okay. Quests. Sleep that never comes. Theuds carry burdens. Must help them first. But I did, didn't I? I thought I was done. Maybe there's someone I'm missing? There must be someone I'm missing. Did I forget? Did I talk to someone I forgot I talked to? That sounds like me. Unless I just didn't see one of them. Because, well, it's leading me to over here. I'll just go... Oh. Oh, there's someone out there. I did miss somebody. Hello, Yarnsvor.
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth knew you'd come, even before we headed to the Mother's Chamber.
Where are you headed?
To the Mother's Chamber, where we'll dream forever. Munvarth says great black ships that devour the sky will take us there. But I don't know if that's true. He makes things up sometimes. Like that time he told me he'd brought me a giant's tooth. Turned out to just be a regular old walnut shell.
Who's Munvarth?
He's my friend. My raven friend. I mean, he's a raven. Feathers, wings, a beak, all the raven things. And he's the reason I'm worried. Well, not really him, actually. It's my stupid head. Always forgetting things. Before I entered the Mother's Dream, I told myself, Yarnsver, remember to let Munvarth out. And, of course, I forgot. Damned useless head, and rip it off my shoulders and toss it into the abyss if I could.
Okay. I'll help and set him free.
You will? I'd do it myself, but I can't go back anymore. For Theud's, dreams are a one-way journey. Both Munvarth and I would be forever grateful. Here, this is the key to his cage. It works like any key. Just stick it in the lock and turn it. I hope I can travel back to the waking world. And, please, make sure to apologize to Munvarth for me.
Sure, no problem. Okay, well, so we have to go to the waking world again. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody else. Well, okay, I'm going to see if this is going to help at all. Is it pointing me to anywhere? No, not pointing me to anywhere. Alright. So this must be the last one. Flight delayed. I gotta say, I am starting to feel a little bit more in agreement that this does feel a little bit unfinished. The reason why is because you absolutely can complete this rather quickly. Especially if you know the lay of the land. You could probably do this a lot faster. But, yeah. Oh, the cage is just outside. There you go, buddy. Alright, easy. Alright, so he's going to be done. And we'll go from there. But it's like, right, because each location or each of these tribes can probably be completed in like, 30 minutes, 45 minutes if you're just like running through, running around, whatever. And then you can complete the main quest.
Hello, it is you.
About Munvarth.
Did you manage to free him from the cage?
But yeah, I guess I'll mention it, but it's like, it does seem a little bit fast, because it's like Quinacht, getting through the side quests and the areas, it still took me like 10, 15 hours to do. Same thing with the horns, even though I've done the horns a couple times. But this one, it's like, it could, reasonably it would take me 5, but since I was like meandering around a lot, it took me longer. But anyway, I freed him.
Thank you. I hope he finds a new home, or at least some other ravens to keep him company. And I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join Mother and Senya in their chamber.
Man, everyone's mentioning Senya. Okay. Alright, I've resolved what remains. Gold awaits me. And I guess, wait. I'm going over there. Okay. Well, it did mention Mother's Chamber. I didn't. Oh, well, I can press V. Yeah, at the chamber entrance.
You have come, Walker in the Weirdness. Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfild, Thrym. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, kept them from journeying towards the deepest layer of the dreaming. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. After all, this is why you are here, is it not?
Alright. I want Ingvi to attend the moot.
Yes, that is why you will enter Mother's chamber, Walker. The choices that must be made shall be made within. No matter the outcome, you have the gratitude of all Theud. Were it not for you, we could not have embraced the dreaming. We could not have stood before Mother's chamber.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Indeed, the time has come.
Time to enter Mother's chamber. I wonder if I'm going to have to be given a decision. I hope not, because I don't want to make the wrong one. It feels like I just have to let it happen. Well, this feels really weird. I just can't see what happens.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Theud children face their burdens. The weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is.
Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Like to join the Theud tribe? No. That sounds terrible. I don't know yet what I want. I just keep pushing forward. I want Ingvi to attend the moot. Well, that is... I mean, I ultimately want the crown, but I want Ingvi to attend the moot.
So you have chosen to follow the voice of the tribes and his fading hope.
Yeah.
Gerfan, a man who so desperately wished to be a unifier, who carries such a deep thirst for retribution, while I strengthened my bonds with the human children of the Theud tribe. I learned much of his mission. He believes tradition can be a driving force. That some things must unfold as they always have. That is why he waits for Ingvi. But Ingvi's place is here, among us. And when her kin entered my chamber, the Theud Elder's burden was lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin. All for the ambitions of one old man.
Okay, the Theud are needed in the waking world. Gerfan wants Adalrita to unite and march for Camelot. I need Arthur's helmet to prevent the fall of Avalon. This lady does not seem to be a good guy. Just a feeling here. Would she be upset if I mentioned Arthur's helmet is the question. But she doesn't seem to like Gerfan, and she doesn't seem to like the idea of this, so I guess I'll mention it.
Rebuilding old myths will not undo the inevitable. The past is a graveyard, Walker. If you keep chasing it, if you keep digging up what was buried long ago, you will find yourself in a grave before long.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent, letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants.
Alright, what's she talking about? By the way, what they're referencing did happen in the board game. I wasn't sure how they were going to deal with it, so I haven't really said much on it, but what is she talking about?
Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Theud tribe, including Ingavi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
Is this true?
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. But I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, human king. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Theud. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption.
Oh, there's so many options. Oh my gosh. Okay, the fall of Avalon must be stopped, and contrary to what Arthur claims, he does not need to be part of that. So, okay, the dreaming is not the only layer of reality where life and future exist. I have walked many others. Ingvi has fulfilled her duty to the tribe. Now she must fulfill her duty to the Dalriada. I demand it as one who has aided the Theud. I don't know what I'm even demanding. That the Sonder continues. I will wake your kin and release them from the oath they swore to the crown. Ugh. The weirdness is shrouding Avalon once more. New life is emerging. I saw a hive forming, one that will make all equal. Oh. Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that. The hive. The hive, for those of you who are following along. So the hive, if you remember Brock Miala in the Horns of the South, was complaining about the queen bee. Talking about the hive that's attempting to control the world through ethereal cobweb. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I guess I didn't view this as an actual problem, but apparently I can use that as an excuse. But I don't know what this is supposed to really do by mentioning it, if I'm honest. I guess I mean, Arthur would hate me to say this. I'll wake your kin and release them. Wait. Yeah. And release them from the oath they swore to the crown. But I don't know if that means... But does that mean I'm gonna have to get to the crown first? Okay, you know what? I'll mention the hive because I'm assuming that not everybody would or have done this quest. So let's do that just to see what happens. The weirdness is shrouding Avalon once more. New life is emerging. I saw a hive forming, one that will make us all equal.
New life. Equality.
I don't know why I'm even mentioning it.
The Four Dwellers, too, believed they were shaping a harmonious world. They twisted the waking world until, in the end, they faced forces even they could not withstand. The weirdness did not protect them. It is not a force of absolution. It is a cycle that remains unchanged. And soon, it will swallow you, along with everything else.
Okay, humans can live within the weirdness, we just need to adapt it. The hive is just another layer of reality, the same as Sonder. Is it really for you to decide which one is better? I don't know how she'd feel about that. I'm ready to take responsibility for Ingvi's life. She will be welcome into the new world the hive will bring. So am I defending the hive? I don't know why I did this now. Okay, the hive is just another layer of reality, the same as Sonder. Is it really for you to decide which one is better? I guess I'll say that. I don't know how she'd feel about that.
In this case, yes. I bear the burden of the Theud children's fate, for they placed it in my hands as they would in those of a mother. And a mother's task is to shield her young from the cruel waking world. With Quiestra, I failed. So with the Theud, I shall not. Our meeting ends here, Walker. You will have to dream what lies beneath the king's threat, without the blessing of the Theud tribe. Leave now, and let us dream.
So, what was the point of warning Ingvi when she's like, oh, I'll think about it? Did she prevent this in any way? I don't really understand that. Okay, Ingvi's future has been made. Well, okay. Well, so what was the point of warning Ingvi about the Sonder being a possible trap? I don't really get that. Unless, like, saying Ingvi... Because a lot of those things were kind of vague in terms of talking about Ingvi in that talk.
Walker in the weirdness. You return. Welcome.
Mother's waiting for you in Sonder. Your burden is lifted. Mother is spoken yes, but I want you to make your own choice.
And you won't tell me what she said? Do you want me to oppose Mother if my decision goes against her wishes? No, Walker in the weirdness. I will not allow you to manipulate me. If you refuse to tell me what Mother has asked, I will enter Sonder and ask her myself.
I'm not going to keep it from you. You're not a child? Okay, why are you so afraid of her? A true mother loves her children unconditionally, lets them leave the nest. Come on, Ingvi, you're not a child. You don't have to do everything your mother tells you to do. I'll say this, I guess. Yeah. A mother loves her children unconditionally.
Afraid? I never thought of it that way. I always believed I was afraid of the world, not of Mother's will. But now, as you give me a choice, there is something I must confess. Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Theud for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemists' Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free.
Okay. Can we count on your presence at the moot? That's all I care about.
I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. But, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Theud made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Theud is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury.
You're just one of them. Okay. What will happen to the Theud tribe?
The Theud. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who are deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Theud, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring
You're a
more
child?
Theud into this world. Perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day.
You're a child? I thought that you were like 20. I didn't think you were like 15 or something. Okay. Are you not afraid they will be different from the Theud you know? How do you think the rest of Dalriada will react? Yeah. Are you not afraid they will be different from the Theud?
I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Theud of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait.
Okay, how do you think the rest of Dalriada will react?
It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport.
Do you regret not entering?
I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot, Walker in the Weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Okay, another level up. Well, I guess I'll head to the moot. I'll see what happens there. I mean, I got three of 4, but I was told I needed all of them to agree. So, hopefully, this is good enough. Well, actually, I got 4 of 5 if you include Gunvalder. Hello. Regarding the moot.
Yes? Who have you managed to convince?
Ingvi will answer your call.
How did you manage to convince the Theud tribe? They've always kept to themselves, no matter the hardships we faced. You've done the impossible, and I want to give you an artifact the Theud tribe once guarded. Here, a part to the king's armor they were tasked with guarding. It will aid you as you face the challenges of the king's threat.
Whoa. What? I had no idea that could happen. Ingvar has declared his intent to come.
Could it be that the Volker have uncovered the truth about Mother? Unbelievable. Of all the tribes, I thought the Volker would be the least likely to show. Take these pieces of the king's armor, once guarded by the Volker. A gift in return for the help you gave him. May they serve you well in the king's threat.
And Stronner will attend.
You have no idea how glad I am that the threat of Tryggve has passed, and that they've managed to appoint a new chieftain. The members of the Ulfred tribe are always the first to fight. Their strength and endurance are unmatched. Without them, we could forget about any real war effort, especially against Camelot. So, allow me to offer you a gift in thanks for aiding their tribe. A unique piece of our king's armor, forged by Ulfr himself, the very forefather they take their name from.
And this vine will not appear.
Ah, that cursed stagfather of theirs. I've heard the rumors about what happened in the Svein village. Even weakened, they would have been an important ally in the war to come. A war that might never happen if we fail to gather enough strength. Well then, if they prefer to worship a god who slaughters his own followers for amusement, who am I to judge? If that's truly their decision, perhaps it's better they don't join us. Go now, my king, and reclaim your crown. All the tribes can do now is patiently wait for your return.
Okay. I thought that I was told... That could... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. I stole this? Whatever. King Arthur's breastplate. So this is his actual breastplate? Yes, it is. Whoa. That is so cool. Okay. Man, I wish I could go back now. Because I'd love to have all this stuff. Okay, I didn't even read it. My bad. I was so excited. When damage is taken, physical damage, spell power, attack speed, and critical chance increase by 5%. The effect disappears after 5 seconds from the last hit. You deal increased damage to 4 dwellers. Okay. You have 1% chance to instantly kill an enemy if it has less than 50% health. Increases critical chance by 25% when your health is below 50. I don't like this stuff. Increase critical damage by 100% depending on missing health. Okay. Yeah, alright. So I guess the thing I'm missing is the gloves, because I'm going to be getting the helmet in a moment. Oh, thought I was going to be opening it. Alright, let's go. King's Threat. Yeah, I thought that they said repeatedly that you need, like, all the tribes to be okay with you taking the crown so that you can take the crown. And I was missing Svein, sign, whatever. A little bit strange to me. Unless I misunderstood. Hello. Wait, why did it say increase rate? Okay, it gave me a medium armor buff, but I'm wearing light armor. Strange. Alright, one down. The only concern is if I have to kill multiple of those at once. What are you? Oh yeah. A flesh tree. I think a flesh tree is in Conquest. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Maybe I shouldn't have done this because it might take me a while to get through, but... Whoa. A giant. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That's another kind of four dweller, isn't it? Four dweller warrior. Nice try, bro. Gosh, get out of here. Whoa, that's a sweeping hit. Okay. Gotta say, I think that this is a pretty cool fight already. Hit his head. I should probably kill one at a time. Okay, one down. I can take stuff from him. 4 Dweller shields. Missed. My guys are in the way. Gets exhausted. Gets exhausted kind of fast. Look at that. I don't know if they have a bad calculation of stamina. It's like one hit on his leg. Oop, missed it. Oh, sorry. 3 hits on his leg knocks him down, which is pretty easy. The Undying Watch. Search by killing, it summons. Does it summon a giant? What is this? The fiery spark creates an elemental explosion when you kill an enemy. Cool. Undead Camelot Defender. No, not useful. Alright. These thingies. Although it's following me, but... that thing's acting pretty strange. That flesh tree is stuck. Man. There we go. Whoops. Get back here. Okay. More bosses. A lot of experience here, I gotta say. Almost there. Strange that they have coins. I gotta say. Another giant. Awesome. Yeah, they should have ethereal cobwebs. That makes more sense. Yeah, I thought they'd be stuck. Missed. He's kind of teetering on the edge. He is moving around way too much. Anything up here? Looks like a pathway. Nope. Okay. Well, let's go get my crown. was supposed to go that way, but why is this path exist? Oh, great. He recovers from the stamina loss super fast. Where am I? This feels a little strange. Gotta say. Well, I guess I'll continue over here. Yeah. Although he recovers really fast, I can get rid of his stamina with one hit, so. Come on. There we go. Yeah, let's actually see what this stuff is worth. I am kind of curious. Only, okay.
Join me in public. What if someone sees me with you?
Sorry.
My reputation will be ruined.
It was an accident. Okay. So, I guess we'll open this chest. Whether that was the chatterbox or whatever the sword is called. Okay. Ooh, wow. One hit knocked him down. Doesn't seem like that floor dweller cares. Wow, this giant is a lot weaker than his brothers. Whoa! One hit killed me? Let's bring some of these guys in. I had no idea that was gonna happen. What is this giant doing? Well, we did it. Mostly. Doesn't lead to anything, apparently. Okay. Let's go, guys. This has gotta be it, right? Whoops. Wait, what's up here? Eggs? Of course. Yes. He takes a lot longer to recharge his stamina. Guys are in the way. I'm pretty much just killing this guy for experience. And these chests just had parsley, apples. Okay. Did I come from here? You can go for... Wait. Do I know this area? Okay, there's not really a big reason to check around, but I'm kind of like expecting there to be something here, right? Unless it's just enemies everywhere, which is not unlikely either. I feel like I was over here already. Yeah, that was to the area that I jumped down, right? Did I come up here? Yes. Okay. I kind of know where I am. Alright. Well, the crown must be up ahead, right? Here it is. Hey, we made it. The last shard. So awesome.
I am his burden, the man beneath the myth. I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough. He was the man beneath the crown. He was the voice that doubted, the heart that still beat beneath the weight of legend.
Alright.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom, and now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them.
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit! You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
Oh, stop with your excuses already. You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
All right. Well, I'm sure he's going to talk to us again.
Now I remember it all. I left the best of my people here. I betrayed their loyalty. And for what? Everything is in ruin. Everything I struggled to build is corrupted. This land, it had a glorious past, but it has no future. There is no way to save it.
Well, you were right about the Dalrita. You were really unfair to the Dalrita. Well, I will say in 600 years, the Dalrita would have had a very different change in culture if they were adapted into this Avalonian society, like as in Camelot, Connacht, whatever, as opposed to being outcasts. It would be very different. So I would say that, yeah, that was pretty unfair.
I know. I see it now. And it was my decision that cost them the ability to grow and change. I may have been right about the diagnosis. Now I see I could have been wrong about the cure. The tribes helped us win the war. They were fearless and followed every order. They were the most loyal of all. But I left them broken. And after the war, their bloodlust was insatiable. I had to do something. This felt like the only choice.
Okay, didn't expect me to care about something. What was that about Pendragons?
I come from the Pendragon bloodline. A heritage drenched in as much blood as that of the Dalrita. A heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than anyone can remember. And unable to build anything that withstood the test of time. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war against the Four-Dwellers, and built our kingdom on Avalon on stronger foundations. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed.
Okay, I didn't expect Caradoc to care about something.
Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. He saw things for what they were. And I think I destroyed that. Destroyed him with all I did. I turned him into this. And now he's only a shadow of the man I once knew. He used to carry hope. Now all he carries is vengeance.
What's that about the Giant's children?
The Giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a way to remove them from the equation. So, under cover of night, the tribes stole their children. I told the Giants their offspring were our hostages, and that we would slaughter them if they refused to bend the knee. One of the most humiliating moments of that whole war, both for me and for the Dalrita. There's nothing left. Nothing worth saving. Nothing worth rebuilding. I gave everything I had to this land. My blood, my soul, my name. And the land devoured it all. I betrayed the ones who believed in me. I cut down the men who fought for me. I turned away from my own blood to build something better. And all I built was another ruin. I thought I was forging a future. I was just extending the fall.
Okay, so I should talk about it now that he mentioned Dalrita stealing the children, all that stuff. So this is what happened in the Age of the Legends. Basically, the giants were preparing for war, and it was actually uncertain what they were exactly doing. And it turned out that the Four Dwellers had kidnapped the giants' children to try to manipulate them into fighting humanity on Avalon, because they wanted to be certain that they were going to join the Four Dwellers. When when the executors, Arthur's executors, heard of this, they decided to essentially free the giants' children and make Arthur aware of what was going on. After Arthur was made aware, he decided to kidnap the children again, where it's like, so he didn't exactly free them, he just took them from being hostages of the Four Dwellers to hostages of ours. And Arthur then threatened, hey, we instead are going to manipulate you and say, we'll kill them unless you lay down your arms. That's essentially what he said. So then the giants did so. So I suppose when he mentioned this, like him talking about the Del Rita being kind of forced into this, well, it wasn't explicitly stated who did it, so I guess that they're now adding in that the Del Rita were the ones that were ordered to take in the giants' children. But anyways, so the crown. What do we do about the giants?
Do what you want. There's nothing about this land that I recognize anymore. All I've ever done got turned into dust, corrupted against my intentions. Destroyed. Why bother?
Dude, Arthur. Alright. So now we need to go to the Charred Conclave. That it said at the top.
Once and future king, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken?
Ugh. Man. I order you to march on Camelot? Oh man, I order you to bring order to the Forlorn Swords. You must suppress the Dalrita's thirst for war. It's time for you to rest. You may sleep forevermore. Ugh, I hate the... I mean, the idea... I mean, come on. I think it's insane for the giants to destroy Camelot. Like, I mean, if... If I awaken the giants, and then the giants and Del Rita end up somehow winning the war against Camelot, do we really think this is going to lead, like, to an ultimate good? Absolutely not. If I say bring order to the Forlorn Swords, must suppress Del Rita's thirst for war, I don't like the idea of that either. I mean, it's better than, hey, let's start a massive war. But I also don't like the idea of having them crush the Del Rita. I think that the giants should just sleep, and then the Del Rita and Brandon should just consolidate and have an area in the far south that they're allowed to have, you know, near Quinacht, but Quinacht is still Camelot's. And then Camelot just lets the Del Rita do whatever they want. It's like an independent state. I think that makes the most sense. I can say just rest.
We have waited for this moment for ages.
Take a nap.
We shall return to the home of our ancestors. We are grateful for this decision. Your will shall be done.
Yeah. You're welcome, guys. I don't think it's right. Oh, wow. Didn't even notice that. They're all chained. Terrible. Yeah, and also, right, that is true. It's also, I would say, a moral good to let the giants sleep anyway. Huh, I just realized these children are my size now. Alright, let's go. Am I gonna see Caradoc out here? Hey, I saw you got the crown. carry. Alright, let's go. Probably me just taking a nap somewhere when we end it. Oh, is the moot starting?
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants?
The giants are gone forever. Their power is too great to be passed on to anyone.
I understand your decision, though I struggle to accept it. We had the chance to end the war once and for all, and instead we are left with a fragile peace. I only hope that the threat of the weirdness is real enough that Camelot will turn its strength toward protecting the people, and not, once again, to march on our lands. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrida tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Also, what kind of a war would this be? Again, there's like 20 of them between these 4 guys and all the people that they have. It's so little. What are they going to do? I mean, if Camelot has a legitimate army, it's like even the giants aren't going to be enough to really make this make sense. It's just going to be an incredibly bloody war. And just a lot of death. That doesn't seem right. Alright, well, there are places to go. Where is it? There was one. Oh, it's nearby, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's this one. Anyway, I know that there's a few places to go in terms of, right, the other tombs. I think that there's one right over here. Right there. Yeah. I don't know where the other one is. I'm going to have to look around and eventually find it. But we're going to be ending it here as I have the last shard. I'll be talking to King Arthur. I might level up as well later.
Don't get too curious.
Got it, Holler. I have a few level ups, but part of me wanted to wait until I do all the knight stuffs, because they might have armor I want or a weapon I want, in which case I want to have like a specific number of endurance or strength or whatever. So I have a fair bit of level ups. How many do I have? Like 5? Yeah, well, 4 for attributes. I'm also close to 70, so. Then also King's Soul. Where's this at anyway? Activating King's Soul fully restores health, stamina, and mana. Ooh, that's actually really good, right? Because since it activates whenever I die, I'll just have full of everything. When using King's Soul, your physical damage or spell power increases. When using King's Soul, your actions do not cost mana or stamina. Do not use up normal quality ammunition. Killing enemies restores a portion of King's Soul. This is actually really good, because then I can just attack indefinitely while in King's Soul. I like that. I'll probably do that. But anyways, we'll probably do the memory. We'll probably find the 2 Knights' Tombs here. I believe that there's 2 in Forlorn Swords. I'll have to find them. I know where one of them is. There is a portion that's completely grayed out here and here. Also, I've been told that there's a cave that leads down here, so I'll have to find that. Maybe there's something like the rocks over there too. Also, I haven't checked out this area as much, apparently. But anyways, we're going to be ending it here. And yeah, me in front of the Volker tribe again. We'll be doing the odds and ends next episode, and maybe the one after that, who knows? Maybe I'll even make it to the Charred Conclave. I've been told that it goes really quickly over there. Like, that there's... I think that there's just one fight you gotta do. And I have been told by multiple people that they one-shotted the final enemy. I don't know if that's gonna happen for me. It might, because my weapon does deal a lot. I'm assuming the axe that deals a guaranteed critical, that deals, you know, an absurd amount of damage on the first hit. I bet that could one-shot the final enemy then. But I don't know. I'll just keep Erendite unless there's something new. But yeah, we're going to be ending it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Please consider subscribing if you have yet to do so. If there's a problem with the video or if there was something that you did not like, please leave a comment as to how I can improve things in the future. Yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.